Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for a late night video. Right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to this very channel and my other channels down there in the description box below. And as always, share the video all over the internet. And follow me on social media if you dare. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. And that's pretty much it. That's all you gotta do. And if you're new here, welcome to the party. We hope you enjoy the ride. And, like I said, if you like what you see, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well on this channel, my other channels as well. And, also hit the bell for more. And thank you for your support, and leave a comment if you wish. But be respectful, and if not, then keep it moving. Simple as that. Simple as that. Alright. I apologize for the lateness of this video. I meant to do it earlier tonight, but I fell asleep. So I don't, it was a busy Saturday. Really didn't do much today, but other than clean, and I did take a little bitty walk today. It was a little bit warm. It was about 60 degrees today, which wasn't bad. Nice little spring day. As we finish off the month of March. Officially, today is the end of March. As you're watching this, it is Easter Sunday. So happy, unofficially, but, by the time you see this, when you wake up, it'll be Easter Sunday. So happy Easter to everybody. And I hope later on today you have a great Easter meal and with your family and your loved ones, and watch some baseball and watch whatever you're gonna do on Easter Sunday. If you're working, well, sucks to be you, but you're making money. You're getting double pay, well, holiday pay per se, whatever you're doing. But hopefully you can get out early to have your Easter meal with your family and your loved ones and enjoy the day. And then Monday we start the month of April with the world's worst holiday, but we all know what that is. I'm not going to get into that, but I don't know why that day is even on the calendar, but yeah. But we start, pretty much, as of today, we are starting WrestleMania week. Can't wait for that. But like I said, I will not be around after, later today, because after I do this video, because this is being pre-recorded on this late night, by the time you see this, I'll be pretty much asleep or getting up. But yeah, so tomorrow I'll be doing my AEW Collision review, and then pretty much I'll be out for the day, and that's pretty much it. And then all this coming week, I will be offline, so I'll be taking a little break, pretty much for most of next week, and maybe into the following week. Probably the, well, I'll come back for the Raw for, Monday, April the 8th, so I want to just get a video in, just my thoughts about WrestleMania Night 1 and 2, and then officially coming back, probably around April the 10th, somewhere around there. So, I'm gonna take a little mini break, but I'll come back, but, like I said, on my other previous videos, when I come back, it's gonna be a whole new format, and, we're just gonna keep going, and, we'll see how everything is. We're gonna just tune out the world, and just do what I do best, and that's my videos, giving my opinion about the wonderful world of professional wrestling and everything else. But, like I said, this little break is pretty much needed because I've been going full speed ahead and, pretty much hit a wall the last couple days, so just want to cool off and just take some time off to restart restart my life and restart everything else. And hopefully as we come back eventually in about a week or so, then we'll see what happens with all that. But we'll move on with that. So we're not going to let anything distract us, and we're just going to keep going and just do reviews and not do bullshit and satire. A little bit of satire, not much, but a little bit. So we're just going to get right to the point, and that's it. As far as rants go, probably be not doing any more rants for a little while, but we'll see what happens with that. So ouch. So the videos will be after I come back. The videos will be still coming almost every day, but we'll see what happens. But just want to take a little time off to kind of, like I said, restart the batteries, recharge the batteries per se, and I just need a little time off. So, but it is what it is. I already discussed it on Thursday, my video. Just, I threw in the towel, basically, and then I let people win. I don't like to let people win, but, you gotta do what you gotta do, so, to try to squash everything and, just move on with your life, so, that's, pretty much it. And that's it. Let me move on with that. Alright, enough about that. Alright. So, on this late night video, right here on the Killer Demons 669 channel, once again, my name is Peter Joseph. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, or whatever the hell I feel like talking about. And if you like it, great, keep it moving. And that's pretty much it. Alright. So, on this late Saturday night, March the 30th, 2024, or like I said, if you're watching this on the replay, or you're watching it later today, on March the 31st, 2024, Easter Sunday. Once again, happy Easter to everybody. I hope you have a great day. And that's it. Alright, so it is time for your late and out-of-date Smackdown and AEW Rampage review for this past Friday night, March the 29th, 2024. Alright. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any time because, we got other things to do. So, I took a snooze earlier after I watched Collision. So I did watch Collision. I'll be doing that review tomorrow. Or later today when you watch this. But it is what it is. Right here on the channel, by the way. So, we got that. Alright. Anyway. So let's get to Smackdown and Rampage. So we started with Smackdown. And, Smackdown, the final episode of March. Got 2 more shows this coming week. We got Raw this Monday night from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Gonna be a very big show. Rock, Roman, Seth, Rollins, and Cody in the same building. It's gonna be interesting. And then this coming Friday night in Philly at the Wells Fargo Center, we got the final Smackdown before WrestleMania, the go-home show. And then we got the WWE Hall of Fame, which should be good. Headlined by the Wise Man. My name is Paul Heyman. Bon Lacano is going to be inducted, as well as the U.S. Express, Mr. Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham, Thunderbolt Jackson, and The Rock's grandmother will be inducted as well. There's others I can't remember off the top of my head, but should be a great night this coming Friday night with the final Smackdown. Everybody is going to be involved in there. Rock, Roman, Cody, and Seth should be on that show as well. Jimmy and Jay, Uso. So we're going to get everything done this coming Friday. Also, we got the Andre the Giant Battle Royal this coming Friday night on SmackDown. not that I care, but, you know, it's there. So, we got all that. So, we are now in WrestleMania mode. A lot of people are in Philly already this week and part of next week, too. Most people will be going Wednesday or Wednesday night, going and getting there maybe Thursday to go to Access and then do whatever, you know, they're doing Thursday, and then Friday, Smackdown and the Hall of Fame. Saturday night, this coming Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, I should say, NXT Stunned and Deliver at 12 noon, and then at 6, starting at 7 p.m., 6 o'clock, I don't know if it's a pre-show matches or anything, but WrestleMania Night 1, then the media scrum, and then on Sunday, Night 2, then the media scrum, and then April the 8th, the Raw after Mania, and then the Smackdown after Mania, which are going to be big, huge shows. So, this week and most of next week, going to be some big, huge shows, and then after WrestleMania, we are on the road to, well, for AEW purposes, we are on the road to AEW Dynasty, April the 21st from St. Louis, Missouri. Also got TNA Rebellion the night before that, on April the 20th. And then as we begin May, we got WWE's next pay-per-view, which will be Backlash in France. So we're going overseas for that. And then at the end of the month, Memorial Day weekend, we got a big, huge weekend of action. I think Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia on the 25th, I believe. And then the next night, we got Double or Nothing from Vegas for AEW. And then the week after that, NXT Battleground, June the 9th. So, got a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of stuff, but we'll get there eventually. As far as predictions go for those events coming this week, Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, and WrestleMania, I will put them up on my Twitter page. So check out my Twitter page down below in the description box for my predictions for Supercard of Honor and for NXT Stand and Deliver as well, and WrestleMania. So all that will be on my Twitter page. So check that out. Probably Thursday night. Sometime Thursday, I will be putting up all that. And maybe a little bit on Friday, but we'll see. But as far as videos go, like I said, I will be incommunicado for about 7 to 10 days. So usually, usually when you get mail, it takes 7 to 10 days. Usually, but so yeah, it's like I said, I'll be out for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks at most, but we'll see what happens with that. So after my Collision review, you will not see me on YouTube for about, like I said, about 7 to maybe at most 14 days. But we'll see. But I will be back. I will return, and with a vengeance. And that's pretty much it. And we move on. All right, let's get to Smackdown. I already talked for 13 minutes, and I want to get this video out of the way. All right, so Smackdown emanated from the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut, so just around home base. So we got that. And our commentary team, as always, are Corey Slave and Bad News Wade Bennett. We got some bad news for you. And that's it. Alright, so the show wasn't that bad, but could have been a whole lot better, but we move on. Alright, so we opened the show with a quick look back at what The Rock did to Cody Rhodes on Raw. Busting him wide open, at the end of the show. And then we saw some of the aftermath after that, which was not shown on TV, with basically The Rock continuing his beatdown, cursing up a storm. So, we got that. So we'll see what happens Monday night on Raw with what's going to happen. Actually, we saw it on Friday night with what happened. So we'll get to that in a minute when we move on. Alright, so we saw that. So that opened the show. More on that later. Alright, so we start off with a tag team match First match out of the gate, we had RKO show of Kevin Owens and Randy Orton and his monotonous voice teaming up against the Yes Boys. Elton Prince, as always, Elton Strong, and Kit Wilson. This came from last week, where Kevin Owens was talking to the Yes Boys in Nick Aldis' office, and basically, Randy Orton came in, jump scared the crap out of the Yes Boys, and then Kevin Owens knocks both of the Yes Boys out. So we got this match. And it was an okay match, nothing great. 7-minute match. Back and forth they went. I'm just going to do an abbreviated review, because, like I said, it's late, very late, not late, kind of late night when I'm recording this, but it is what it is. So I'm going to record this, and then I'm going right back to sleep, and then take a little snooze, and then I'm going to get up in the late in the morning, and then get ready for my Easter festivities. But I will be doing Collision right before I get out of here for my Easter festivities. So don't worry, Collision will be coming later today when you're watching this. So get that, and then we'll move on. We'll take a quick shower, and then get ready, and then go have my Easter meal, and then that's it. And then we get ready for WrestleMania week, and then pretty much my break. So we got that. Alright, let's not waste any more time. Alright, so it's a pretty decent match. Orton dropped both of the Yes Boys on the announce table. Didn't break, but, because I am the table. We get that. We go to break, we come back, and pretty much just back and forth. So Owens gets the hot tag, comes in, beats up the Yes Boys, and then Randy Orton is taken outside for another drop on the announcer's table, which still did not break. And then out of nowhere, Logan Paul, the United States Champion, comes from underneath the ring, knocks out Kevin Owens with the brass knucks, and then Elton Prince just stood there and then dropped on top of Kevin Owens. 1, 2, 3. Shockingly, the Yes Boys get the win, thanks to Logan Paul. And match was okay, 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then Randy comes in, is like, what the hell happened? And he sees, the fans are like, look under the ring. So Orton goes outside, looks under the ring, pulls out Logan Paul, beats the crap out of him for a little bit, and then Pretty Deadly make the save. But Kevin Owens gets back up and lays both of they both lay Pretty Deadly out with a stunner and a Gilmore cutter, and they lay him out. And then Orton starts chasing Logan Paul to the back, or through the crowd into the back, and then Logan Paul like carjacks some guy's car. I don't know if it was his car or Logan Paul's car, but Randy was really slow getting there. He could have went a little bit faster than Randy, but Logan Paul gets in a car and speeds off, and that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens this Friday night on SmackDown with those three men, as they would do battle at WrestleMania. Don't know what night for the United States title, and we'll see who comes out of that. The champion. I'm hoping it's going to be Randy or Kevin, but I have a feeling that Logan Paul is going to win and then probably lose it in his hometown of Cleveland, Ohio at SummerSlam. But we'll see what happens with that. So all that, I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, after that, we go to a special interview with the SmackDown Women's Champion, my third wife, Io Sky. Yes, looking hot as always. Talks about how Bayley, give me a hug, formed damage control to leech off of them, and Io made Bayley relevant. Then the team outgrew her, so they did what had to be done. Basically, Spanish Archer her out, beat her up, turned on her, blah, blah, blah. So Io finishes the interview, and it was like, the Shinsuke Nakamura promos with the subtitles, of course. So Io ends the interview. Then she gets up and then gets jumped by Bailey from behind. And then they beat up each other in the interview thing. Bailey throws like a light, one of those light fixtures on Io. And they're beating the crap out of each other. And then they go through a green screen. Look like a white screen, gray screen. One of those, when they take the pictures when they're doing those interviews usually, or photos, whatever it is. And the people that were doing the interview had to separate them. And that's it, just to hype up their match at WrestleMania for the Smackdown Women's title that we all know Bayley's gonna win, which sucks. But it is what it is. So it's not gonna be a great night for the Black Lotus Triad, and the Black Lotus Tribe at WrestleMania, and we'll find out why at the end of the show. So we got that. So hopefully, Io, Kairi, Asuka, and Dakota Kai will get a measure of revenge this Friday night on SmackDown, and then build up momentum going into WrestleMania weekend. And we got that. Alright, so the brawl was pretty good. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the ring. We have Nicholas Aldis in the ring, still in his cast, because he still had that surgery. So he has something in his hand, looked like a contract. So he's happy to bring out the newest member of SmackDown, and we all know who that is, and that is Jade Cargill for her official SmackDown debut. So the contract was already signed. Jade comes out, amazing entrance. She looked fabulous. And she gets the mic and says there are some talented stars around here, but none of them are here right now. And that's it. She says, I'm gonna, every woman in that locker room is basically on notice. So we got that. So very nice presentation for Jade, and we'll see her what she does on SmackDown. And we got that. Alright, let me just scroll down. Okay, so after that we see Damage Control, the Black Lotus Tribe of Dakota Kai, Asuka and Kairi. They're there, and Dakota Kai is going to take on Bianca Belair in the main event, and pretty much a little rebuttal saying that they don't like Bianca, and Dakota Kai's like, I'm going to take you out, Bianca, later in the night. So we got that. So we move on. All right, so I gave all that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we move on. All right, then once again we see Nick Aldis in the back. He runs into the Witches of SmackDown. We haven't seen them in a while. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Pretty much they've dropped that witchcraft stuff. The witchcraft gimmick is gone. Isla looks like a different person. And pretty much Kaylee Ray looks like Kaylee Ray again. But still known as Alba Fire. So they just dropped the entire witchcraft gimmick. I mean, it is what it is. So Issa's trying to talk to Nick Aldis about something we couldn't even make it out. And Nick's like, oh. He starts, Alba Fire's like, let's get out of here, So they leave, and then Nick Aldis runs into AJ Styles, who asks if Eli Drake isn't in the building. Nick Aldis assures him that, assures AJ that he told Eli not to be in the building, but AJ says, you should have told him. So, see what happens with that. More hype going into their match at WrestleMania. So that's going to be good. Hopefully AJ wins, but I think Eli might win, but finally get his WrestleMania moment. I mean, AJ's already had his WrestleMania moments, so it is what it is. Alright, so like I said, pretty decent promo, 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that, we go to, not the final, but the WrestleMania Tag Team Title qualifying match in bracket number 2. So we had the winners in this finals, whatever it is. So we had Austin Theory and OIE did it, Grayson Waller, taking on the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford. And it was a match. Nice little doomsday blockbuster by the Profits, which somehow got a near fall. And then Theory goes for his rolling neck breaker, gets cut off with a set-up powerbomb. But then we go to the back, where we see Killer Cross and his lovely, hot wife, Scarlett Bordeaux, taking out Bobby Lashley and B-Fab, part of the Pride. And, the Profits get distracted, and Angelo Dawkins starts going to the back, which pretty much leaves Montez Ford for dead. And then, Austin Theory, hits a, Montez Ford was like looking on, it's like, hey, where you going? He tries to go for a frog splash from the heavens, and Theory got his knees up, and then pretty much Theory kind of cradled them in for a pin. 1, 2, 3. So Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are going to WrestleMania to be in that 6-pack ladder match for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. It is what it is. 6.5 minute, almost 6.5 minute match. Wasn't great, but I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, we see the Authors of Pain come out, beat down the Profits as Angelo Dawkins came back. But too late there, pal. So the Authors of Pain beat them down, and then Killer Cross and Scarlett come back down. Cross comes in with more of a beat down. And then, pretty much the Final Testament, along with Precious Paul Ellering, get in the ring, and they pose, and that's pretty much it. Bobby Lashley tried to come back out to help to save his team, but basically got his ass handed to him. And that's it. Alright, so we got that, so it looks like we're going to get some type of match, maybe this coming Friday night on Smackdown, or at WrestleMania, maybe an 8-man tag, or 8-person tag, I should say, with B-Fam and Scarlett going at it, but we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, then we go look back at Dominic Guerrero, let's see, costing his dad, Rey Mysterio, a match last week against Santos Escobar. We got that. Speaking of Santos, so Legado comes out, Santos, and the Mexican Wolves, Humberto Carrillo, and Angel Garza, along with the vivacious hottie, Alexa Lopez. So they come out. Santos brags about the win last week, and he was hoping for Rey's knee to get infected and amputated. Yee. But he'll settle for the win last week. And all it took was the help of this man. So Dominic Guerrero comes out, and then Santos says Dominic was right, and all along, I guess, being, his Rey being a deadbeat dad and everything. And then Dominic tries to talk, gets the cheap booze and everything, that boos out of the building. But then he finally does talk, and he says that he promises to ruin, his dad's life even more. We get that. So then the LWO with Rey comes out. So Rey comes out with Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza, along with Gordito and another hottie. Ooh, she looked great, Salina Vega. So they all come out, get in the ring. So it's like a big faction standoff. Rey says that I believed I was done with you, Dominic. But now I have the chance to beat some respect into pretty much everybody. So I think it was Dominic or Rey made the challenge for this coming for WrestleMania, and it's going to be Dominic Mysterio and Santos teaming up against Rey Mysterio and a partner of his choosing. And Santos is like, "Oh, which one are you gonna pick?" And everybody's thinking it might be Carlito, but Rey's like, "Well, who is it? Well, it's gonna be the newest member of the LWO, and it's Dragon Lee. And Carlito's like this. What? Carlito was like shocked to hear that. So Dragon Lee comes out, and they have a humongous brawl. Even Elektra Lopez and Zelina Vega get into a cat fight, you know. So we get that. So we got that at WrestleMania. I'm hoping Santos and Dom win, but I don't know. It's gonna be a humongous mess at WrestleMania because I can bet you nothing that Elektra Lopez will get involved, Zelina Vega will get involved, Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza might get involved. So we'll get that. I could probably see Carlito turning heel because he's probably like pissed off that he didn't get that Ray chose Dragon Lee instead of him, a veteran. So we get that. So all in all, I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. So another match for WrestleMania, and we move on. We get that. Alright, then we go to the women's locker room. We have Naomi wishing Bianca Belair good luck in her match with Dakota Kai. And basically, Naomi and Bianca are kind of back on the same page. Naomi's like, I got your back, you're the EST, this and that. And Bianca's like, happy about that. So, I guess, you know, Bianca, we all thought Bianca was going to turn heel. There was some signs with that, but now they're back on the same page, and they want to take out, the rest of Damage Control. So we got that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we see the Judgment Day of Poppy Priest in the Bank, Damian Priest, Fiend Balor, and Mommy, Rhea Ripley. I think we did see JD McStupido. Once again, Mommy is not happy with what's going on with Dom Dom going rogue and doing everything himself. And pretty much they're not happy with what's going on. Rhea Ripley not even knowing what Dominic Guerrero was going to do. So it's just like, you know, Dom, we gotta have some communication here. Like, what's going on here? Why are you going rogue? And then so Dom's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to the doc. I'm gonna go see the medic. And then Poppy Priest and Finn, Poppy Priest tells Mommy and Finn that WrestleMania is gonna be like an individual effort. We gotta worry about our own matches instead of what's going on within the group and everything. So might not be a good night for Judgment Day at WrestleMania. Because Finn and Priest are gonna lose those tag team belts to Awesome Truth. I think Awesome Truth will get the belts. Obviously, it should have been a 1-on-1 match, not a 6-pack challenge for the ladder match. Great, yeah, at WrestleMania finally a ladder match, but still, should have been 1-on-1. But that's just me. And with Mommy and Becky Lynch, Becky might win the belt from Mommy because she's already held the belt for 1 year already, going into her 2nd year. And, I don't know. I hope Mommy wins, and then she'll finally lose, probably by the summertime, to probably Charlotte Flair. You know what's weird? I didn't even know who won the women's Money in the Bank last year. I completely forgot. No, it was Io. Io won that. How can I forget that? I had a senior moment. Io won Money in the Bank and cashed in on Bianca. Bianca at SummerSlam. How could I forget that? 1, it's late. 2, I'm old. But it is what it is, so we got that. Alright, so we got that, so we'll see what happens with Judgment Day after that. Alright, then we go to the final WrestleMania Tag Team Qualifying match. We have British Strong Style of Pete fucking Dunne, the Bruiserweight, and Mr. Quads himself, that's Tyler Bate, taking on the Mexican Wolves of Humberto Carrillo, and Angel Garza, who was still in the ring after that fight they had with the LWO. I thought that was kind of dumb, but anyway, so this match, 7 over 7 minutes, and your winners are British Strong Style. So Pete fucking Dunne and Tyler Bate are now in this match. So all 6 teams are in. And we got that. So we got British Strong Style. We got Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. We got Awesome Truth, DIY, The New Day. No, wait. Take that back. So we got Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. We got British Strong Style, Awesome Truth, DIY, The Champs, and I believe the New Day, I believe. So we got that. So that's going to be a pretty damn good match. It might steal the show, but, well, I doubt that, but it's going to be a great match. But I think Miz and Truth will get the win and get their WrestleMania moment. And, yeah, R-Truth finally gets a WrestleMania moment, but I don't think they're gonna hold those belts for long, though. I don't think so, but hopefully they split the belts, but I doubt that. We'll have to see on the Raw after Mania, but yeah. So we're gonna get new tag team champions at WrestleMania, and that's gonna be the Awesome Truth. So we got that, and we move on with that. All right, so but Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate are going to WrestleMania to be in that six-pack ladder match, and we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, match was over 7 minutes. Wasn't great, so I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then, whoops, whoa, my notes, my computer went haywire for a second. All right, after that, we get a look back again at The Rock beating down Cody to end the show, and then we saw once again what happened after the camera went off the air. The big, more of a beatdown by The Rock, more cursing. And we did see a little bit of a cameo from Bobby Roode. Because now he's a producer / agent, so we're not gonna see him in the ring I guess ever again, which sucks, but we'll never hear Glorious, What's that? Alright, so speaking of the bloodline, we did hear from, my name is Paul Heyman, who said that Roman was the mastermind behind The Rock beating the living crap out of Cody. So, good man, Roman, good man. Alright, and then, Paul also said, we see, Solo, and, he promises to take out Jey Uso next week on Smackdown. We all know who wins that. Jey Uso's gonna win that match. Solo's on a humongous losing streak right now. Ever since he beat John Cena at, I believe, Crown Jewel, he hasn't won a match since. That's like December, January, February, March, going into April. So it's 4+ months. Solo has not had a win. That is sad. That's sad. That's really sad. And, I think eventually Solo, probably by the summertime or maybe by the end of the year, Solo will probably turn on Roman. Maybe, but Solo needs another push. I'm not saying out the door or out the bloodline, but he'll just go out by himself, just leave the bloodline by himself and turn. But he needs a win. He needs some wins right now because, he was so dominant in NXT, coming to the main roster, he was dominant and joining up with the bloodline. I mean, his biggest win of his career was against John Cena. And we all thought that Cena was gonna win. But, shockingly, Solo got the win, put Cena pretty much in retirement. And we all thought that Solo was gonna go on a humongous run. Nope. Loses to Cody. Why? He's gonna lose to Jey Uso. He's getting his butt kicked every week that he tries to come in and help out with Jimmy and Roman. It just feels like Solo is the jobber of the bloodline right now. It's sad. It is just sad that what Solo has become right now. So I'm pretty much thinking probably after WrestleMania, Roman's gonna get mad at Solo and kick him out. It's like, what do you do here? You're supposed to be the enforcer. What have you done? All you've done is lose and lose and lose and lose. And then eventually Solo gets pissed off and, attacks Roman, and then maybe Roman faces off against Solo, maybe for the belt. Not that Solo's gonna win it, but we could see that I doubt we'll see that Backlash. I probably could see Solo versus Roman, maybe at the Saudi Arabia show, Night of Champions, but they're thinking, if Rock does turn on night 2 and cost Roman the belt, we could see Rock Roman at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, or they lead up to SummerSlam in Cleveland on the beginning of August, or they just go almost an entire year into WrestleMania 41, which could be in Minnesota. It's leading, but we haven't no formal announcement yet. But Vegas is still kind of in the running, but it looks like WrestleMania 41 is going to be in another cold fucking state, and that's Minnesota. But I mean, it's in a dome, so you don't have to worry about the cold weather, because it's going to be a little bit chilly especially on Saturday night. Because here in New York, it's going to be 51 degrees that day. At night, it's going to be like 35, 37 degrees. But in Philly, probably be around the same. Maybe a little bit warmer, like maybe around the 40s. So people are going to be... I know they're gonna have the hot lights, in the ring, but you're going to feel that cold going to Lincoln Financial Field. So bring your hoodies. I would bring a heavy jacket, unless you're sitting in the VIP section. So, I know a lot of people going to WrestleMania. So, bring some heavy jackets and a lot of, some warm weather clothes. It's not going to rain, thankfully, but it's going to be cold. Definitely on night 1. Night 2... I mean, we'll have to see, because it's supposed to be around 61 degrees by April the 8th here in New York City. Down in Philly, probably be close to 70, but... So, I think night 2 will be a little bit warmer than night 1. But still, bring your hoodie, bring your heavy jacket, and, and just have fun. And enjoy WrestleMania. And, hopefully you have a safe trip there, and a safe trip back. And, that's pretty much it. Because a lot of people coming from all over the world to see WrestleMania in Philadelphia. That shithole. But it is what it is. So we got all that. So, this coming Friday night on Smackdown, Solo Mibuki Sikoa against Jey Uso. That might be the main event. I doubt that, but you never know. We got that. Alright, after that, we go to AJ Styles. Who says that I should have had Eli Drake thrown in jail last week after the home invasion. AJ doesn't buy that Eli isn't in the building, and then goes after the cameraman. He's like, it might be you. The camera's like, I'm out of here. That's a no. And then we see somebody coming through the crowd, when AJ thinks it's Eli, but then security grabs this guy. Looked like an indie wrestler. I heard his name. Can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's not Eli. And then we see that one of the security guards, he takes off his hat, takes off his glasses, and it's Eli. And then big freaking fight. AJ sees him on the Titantron. It's like, oh crap. Then we get a big old beat down. AJ just ran for the hills, bailed through the crowd, and Eli, takes his shirt off, gets on top of the announce table, and cuts a promo, basically saying that, he's gonna beat the crap out of AJ at WrestleMania. Yeah, this stuff like that. And that's it. Alright, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a video on Daddy's favorite girl, Tiffany Stratton. Daddy! I had to do that, but, it is what it is. So we got that, and, we move on with all that. Speaking of Tiffany Stratton, fuck you, Dana Brooke. Coming out and saying that Tiffany Stratton is stealing people's moves. Really now, Dana Brooke? Really? Tiffany Stratton stealing people's moves. Doesn't everybody else steal each other's moves? Hypocrite much? Where did Randy Orton get the RKO from? Oh, that's right, DDP. Where did DDP get that? From almost said Ace Austin. From Ace Steel, the inventor of the Diamond Cutter, the Ace Crusher. Where do you think CM Punk got the GTS from? Oh, that's right, a guy named Kenta. Everybody takes some people's finishers, they just revamp it a little bit. It's not the same move. The Diamond Cutter was basically the Ace Crusher, but DDP used it in so many variations, it was just like, you never knew it was coming. Like, with the RKO, the Gilmore Cutter, you never saw it coming. But Randy hit it in midair. Randy, forget it. Randy does the RKO in different variations as well. You just never see it coming. And as we saw about a week or so ago, we saw Kevin Owens hit the stunner and then into the RKO, which I thought was great. So, like I said, Randy can hit the RKO from basically anywhere and anyhow. The same thing with the Gilmore Cutter. So, but to say that for Dana Brooke to come out and say that Tiffany Stratton is stealing moves and stealing finishers, I'm like, first of all, yeah, the Champagne Wishes or the prettiest moonsault ever, yeah, basically taking that from Christopher Daniels, but make it better and sexier. But still, oh wait, what's your move? Oh, that's right, a swanton. Called Rarefied Air, which is basically a swanton bomb. Oh, who? And there's a lot of people stole that from Jeff Hardy. Come on now. Come on, really, Dana Brooke, shut your mouth and go back to catering. Ash by elegance, fuck you. How dare you talk about my girl Tiffany Stratton like that? Shut your mouth, bitch. That's all I gotta say about that. We move on. Alright, then we find out that the Andre the Giant Battle Royal is coming back. I guess we didn't see it last year. Or did we? I don't even remember. Who cares? So we got that this Friday night. So basically all the mid-carders and the jobbers are going to be in it. Andrade's in it. I don't know why, but I don't even know who's going to win it. I know Omos is going to be in it. Who cares? Yeah, watch they give it to Omos and nobody cares. Because usually when you win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, you get a nice little push. No, Baron Corbin won it. Didn't really get a push. Claudio Castagnoli or Cesaro won it. We all thought he was going to be the IC champ. Nope. Pretty much everybody who's won that has not even got a good push. I don't even remember the last person that even won that goddamn thing. I think Angelo Dawkins won that last one. See how much I don't care about the Andre the Giant Battle Royal? It's good it's on Smackdown. Who wants to see that at WrestleMania? It's just going to be like a feather match. And speaking of that, they got a mystery slot at WrestleMania, which is probably going to be for a big return, or like probably one of the legend spot. So like Stone Cold or Cena will be in that spot. Don't know where on night 1 or night 2 is going to be on, where. But we'll probably see Stone Cold and maybe Cena on the show. Maybe The Undertaker, the goat of all goats, by the way. Sometime during night 1 or night 2. And like I said, hopefully not during, Cody Rhodes and Roman. I know that's going to be crazy. Night 2 is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Because I think we're definitely going to see Bloodline rules on night 2. So, Rock and Roman will beat Cody and Seth. I think Seth will take the pin. And then get really mad at Cody. Cody's gonna be on his own island on Sunday. Next Sunday. He's gonna be on his own island. And I don't even think, Seth Rollins is gonna save him, and Jey Uso is gonna save him. I mean, we did see last week where they Avengers Assemble last week on Smackdown, and then we saw on Raw, basically, Drew taking out Jimmy, and then Seth taking out Solo, and then, and Cody's helping out, and then Cody gets beaten up by freaking The Rock, and, everybody's like, well, where was Seth? Where's Seth Rollins? Where was Jay? Jay was busy getting his butt kicked, pretty much, by Jimmy and Solo. And Drew McIntyre was just helping out because he had that thing with the Wise Man. So we got that. So if I was Cody, I'd be really thinking about, where were you guys? It's like I don't know if I can trust you guys. But I do think, Jay's gonna be Jimmy. It sucks, but it's gonna happen. Seth's gonna lose to Drew. And then Damian Priest might come out and cash in. But there's a little bitty chance that Seth retains, but then Damian Priest will come out maybe and cash in, maybe win. I doubt it, but I mean it'll be a big shock, but Damian Priest, the World Heavyweight Champion? I'd rather have Drew McIntyre beat Seth, or maybe we get a WrestleMania 31 type thing. Damian Priest comes out, we have a triple threat match, and Drew still wins the match. So Damian's little cash-in will be nice for WrestleMania purposes, but, it's way too late. He's got 2 months to cash in anyway. So, if he doesn't cash in at WrestleMania, I mean, it's a moot point. He cashes in, who cares? But we'll get all that, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, so we got the Andre the Giant Battle Royal this week, and nobody cares. Alright, moving on. Main event time, Bianca Belair, with her hair, taking on Dakota Kai. No damage control at ringside, no, Naomi's not there. But, anyway, so nobody at ringside. Bianca wins with the KOD. After Bianca hit a superplex, then picks up Dakota, hits the KOD 1, 2, 3 in basically 9.5 minutes. Match was 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then, right after the match, Asuka and Kairi come out for a 3-on-1 beatdown. But then Naomi comes out to try to save Bianca. And then pretty much is a 3-on-1 beatdown. A 3-on-2 beatdown. And everyone's like, is Jade coming out? Is Jade gonna come out and help? And then next thing you know, Jade Cargill, looking amazing again, she comes out for the real save, and basically takes out Asuka, picks up Kairi, and Kairi did not want to take that, because if you saw her face really closely, Kairi's like, she did not want to take it. So she gets hit with Jaded, lays her out, and then that's it. So, the challenge is on, and it was accepted. So at WrestleMania, we got a 6-woman tag team match. So we got Jade Cargill in her WrestleMania debut, along with Bianca Belair and Naomi, taking on pretty much damage control of Kairi, Asuka, and Dakota Kai. So Asuka's going 0-7. Ugh. 6 straight WrestleMania losses. That is sad. It's sad that Asuka has to lose again at WrestleMania. Probably won't take the pin. I think it might be either Kairi or Dakota Kai is going to take the pin. But technically, she loses for the team, so that means she loses. So Asuka's going 0-7, which does not sit well with me at all. And now I have to worry about WrestleMania 41. If Asuka will finally win at WrestleMania. Because I'm sick and tired of these freaking freaking Undertaker's losing streaks. Asuka's is gonna be 0-6. Bianca's is gonna go to, I believe, 4-0 or 5-0, whatever it is. I'm just mad that Asuka is gonna lose. And really, the Black Lotus tribe should win and I know it was because Jade's in the match. There's like, oh, why would you say Damage Control should win? Well, if Bianca Belair turns on the team, because it could happen, you never know. I still think we're going to see Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill sometime by the summertime, maybe by SummerSlam. But I do see that big match. It should have been Bianca and Jade at WrestleMania. I think Bianca should have turned at the Royal Rumble when they had that epic stare down. I think Jade should have threw Bianca out. I don't even remember who threw Bianca out, but Jade should have eliminated Bianca, and Bianca comes on the next Smackdown and says, get really mad at Jade, and she would just come out and cut a promo on Jade and just like, Jade, next time I see you, and then Jade will come out maybe like the following week, and Jade's like, oh, you got a problem? I was like, let's settle it at WrestleMania. Then you have a good build. But I guess we're going to get that build after WrestleMania, going into maybe SummerSlam. I mean, SummerSlam, yeah, it's a big event. Same thing with Saudi Arabia show, but would you rather have it in the States or in Saudi Arabia? I would rather see it in the States, in Cleveland, Ohio, but I mean, we'll see. But I do see Jade's going to win that belt probably by the end of the year. So we could see Jade versus Bayley, or if Bayley loses that belt back to Io. Because I don't know. I know Bayley's going to win the belt, but I don't know who she would lose to. It has to be a heel, obviously. So it could be Io. Could be Asuka or Kairi. I'd rather be Io than you have Jade versus Io. Or maybe, well, I think when Bianca does turn, I think we'll see Bianca and Bayley kind of finish their feud that really never finished. So we'll get that. Bianca will probably win the belt by near the end of the year. And then Jade and Bianca will probably have that match by maybe Survivor Series, maybe a Crown Jewel, or they do the match at WrestleMania. They just have a long build to it. Well, I mean, we'll see. But I do see Jade getting the belt by the end of the year or by WrestleMania 41. And that's it. But Jade is now officially on SmackDown. She's going to make her WrestleMania debut at WrestleMania, teaming up with Bianca and Naomi against pretty much Kairi, Asuka, and Dakota Kai. That's it. Alright, so that ends SmackDown. SmackDown was pretty decent, and I gave it 7 out of 10 stars. And that's it. Alright, quickly, we're going to get to Rampage, because it's late, and I got to get out of here. So, by the time you see this, I'll be asleep. As, the video will just go right up. I'm not going to edit or anything like that. So, we gonna let good shit. Alright. So, hopefully I can get these, these wrestling, god damn it. It's late, I'm sorry. These Rampage results up. Because I don't want to really go on my phone to look at it. So I'm trying to get my, my computer, which is ancient, to work. And, right now it's not doing anything, and it pisses me off. Alright, so. Alright, let me see if I can get the Rampage results without. Alright, let me see. Okay, here we go. Alright, so Rampage. I'll read this off. I'm reading off my phone, so we got that. Alright, so Rampage was at the Centre Videotron in Quebec City, Canada, and our commentary team of Excalibur and Tony Schiavone. Alright, we get that. Rampage was okay, wasn't great. Start off with Dustin Rhodes and The Butcher blowing his crap match. But Dustin Rhodes gets the win after the final cut. And that's pretty much it. A final reckoning, final cut, whatever you want to call it. So he gets the win. Match I gave basically 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, then we go to a segment where the Bullet Club, to shoot me for the love of God, of the Switchblade, Jay White and the Ass Boys go to Daddy Ass's house, and they don't barge in, they just go in, because conveniently, the door was open. So they go in, they look like they're about to trash the place, but then Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn, and his wife, damn, she looks young. His wife come in, see that the Ass Boys and Jay White are there, and he's like, what the fuck? And he goes after them, and then the camera just drops, and we don't see what happened. And then we get a collision. We have Daddy Ass and the Acclaimed, Max Caster, and Anthony Bowens come out with a promo. And on Wednesday night, Jay White will take on Daddy Ass by himself, because the Acclaimed, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens basically told the Ass Boys, let's make a deal and we won't get involved if you won't get involved. That's a lie. We all know somebody's gonna get involved. So, we got Daddy Ass and Jay White on Dynamite this Wednesday night from Worcester, Massachusetts. Guess who wins that? Jay White. I think Jay White will win. And then eventually, I think Bullet Club Gold will win the AEW Trios Championship, kind of unifying the Trios Championships. So everybody will have 6 belts. Well, altogether, they'll have 6, they'll have 2 belts each, so 6. So, I don't think they should unify it. Because then, like, okay, what are you going to do with the Ring of Honor Trios Championship? Which hardly gets defended anyway. Kind of like the Trios Championship. That's a waste of a title. It's a waste. That's it. Alright, we got that. Alright, then we get a recap of the Tag Team Title Tournament. Which began earlier tonight. We had the final 2 matches in the quarterfinals. We had FTR and the Infantry facing off. And then we had Top Flight taking on Billy Starks, sorry, that's somebody else. Absolute Ricky Starks and Big Cass. And very scary ending in that match. I'll spoil it for you guys. Ricky Starks took a DDT, I believe, from Darius Martin. And Top Flight won the match, because I think they called an audible because Ricky didn't kick out. And it looked like he landed on his neck. And Ricky's had a history of neck problems. So, so Top Flight won, and then we see Doc Samson and the referee, which, really, I think you should have stopped the match and not count the pin. But I think, they might have called an audible after the DDT. Because after the DDT, Darius Martin just, covered him, and the referee's like, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, Top Flight just won? I thought Big Cass and Ricky Stark were gonna win and face FTR in the semifinals, but it looks like now we got FTR and Top Flight in the semifinals, and then we got the Bucks and the Best Friends in the semis. I think we all know what's gonna happen at Dynasty. We may be getting Bucks FTR 4, but we'll see. But it looks like, the Bucks are gonna win the tag team titles anyway, so it doesn't matter who wins on the, between FTR and Top Flight. But we'll see what happens with that. But my prayers go out to Ricky Starks right now, who might have broke his neck, or hopefully it's a stinger. But I don't know if he walked away under his own power, or he got put out on a stretcher. But if I see anything about Ricky Starks, I'll put up on Twitter later tomorrow. But very scary ending to that match. So hopefully Ricky Starks is not seriously injured. But that would suck. But we get all that. Okay. Alright, enough about that. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so after we get that rundown for the tag team title tournament, we go to the women. We have the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo taking on some chick named Rose. Not Rosa, but Rose. And Deonna Purrazzo wins with the Fujiwara armbar in under 4 minutes. So we got that match. I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And after that, we see a video on Bryan Danielson and Will Oceanspray for Dynasty, which is going to be the main event, which is great. Got that. And not to be outdone, after that, we go to Mariah May taking on some indie chick named Nikita. Don't know who that is, but anyway. A little bit longer match, 7-minute match, but eventually Mariah May hit Mayday 1, 2, 3, so she gets to win, and she will be taking on Thunder Rosa this Wednesday night, and the winner of that match will face Timeless Tony Storm for the AEW Women's Championship at Dynasty. And all that segment. That segment on Collision with Tony Storm and Mariah May, when Tony found out about that, that Thunder Rosa, is looking for a title shot, and she's taking on Mariah May. She's like, "Oh, this worked out perfectly." And then she grabs Mariah May and legit kissed her on the lips. And you see Luther Luther looked like frightened at first. He's like, Yeah, we all know you had a stiffy there, Luther. Come on now. So we had a little bit of HLA on Collision. Mariah May getting kissed by Tony Storm. Should have been me. All of us, really. But chin up, tits out, and get kissed by Tony Storm, and watch out for the shoe. We'll get that. Alright, so, I gave Mariah May's match 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then another hottie, Holly Cameron. And then she's playing with Lexi Nair's hair and tasting it, ooh, nasty. And Zachary Knight, Soraya Knight's brother, Paige's brother. They cut a promo. Zach's not really worried about Angelo Parker, who comes in, beats the crap out of him with a pipe, and then, runs him off. And, they run off, and then Ruby Soho comes in, plants a big wet kiss on him, but then he's like, "I'm out of here, you're doing this on your own." So, it was kind of weird. That segment was kind of weird. I was like, you kissed him, he gets his revenge on Zach Knight, beats him up, runs him and Harley Cameron off, and then you come in and you kiss your real life boyfriend, and then you're like, "I can't do this, you gotta do this alone," and then you leave. I'm like, kind of weird, okay. This feud is weird. Anyway, that's that. Alright, speaking of weird, we got the Righteous of Vincent and Dutch. Just being weird. They teamed up on Collision tonight with Lance Archer to take on Bryan Danielson, Claudio, and Shibata. I think Shibata and the BCC won. Obviously. But oh yeah, they did win because Shibata hit the penalty kick and it was good. And that's it. We got that. But I'll talk about Collision tomorrow, a little bit later tomorrow. We'll get that. Alright. Alright, after that, we go to Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard, taking on Roddy! Along with the rest of the Undisputed Kingdom of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. I'm Matt Taven, and the man who punches people in the dick and gives them a power driver, and that's Michael Kanellis Bennett. So they had a one-on-one match. Non-title match, not for Roddy's Intercontinental title. So we got that. Roddy obviously wins with after a distraction from the Kingdom. Roddy hits the jumping knee strike, and on 1, 2, 3, he gets to win in under 13 minutes. So he gets to win. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Makes Adam Cole baby a little bit happy. Speaking of Adam Cole, happy 4-year Twitch anniversary. I was on his Twitch today, yesterday. So, playing Halo with the broski, Tyler Breeze. Thanks for the shout out, by the way. We get all that. We back playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth a little bit later today. That game is amazing. I'm on chapter 9. I don't know how many chapters there are. I think it's 15. I think it's 15 chapters. So, I'm getting near the end. And Tyler Breeze said he already beat the game, he said. But I've seen the ending credits. Oh, just wait till the third part comes out. We're not even facing Sephiroth yet. Oops. So. But that ending, you're gonna love it. It's gonna make you cry, too. Not that I've seen it, but I haven't got to it yet, but I've seen it, so I know what's going to happen at the end credits, and maybe the after credits. And there is going to be downloadable content. So that's coming out, I think sometime later this year. I know there's for those who've played Final Fantasy 16, there's already downloadable content. There's another downloadable content coming out, I think in in April or May. So, part 2 of the downloadable content for Final Fantasy 16 is coming out. And if you played Final Fantasy 16, that downloadable content is great. It's great. The ending of Final Fantasy 16 is just, like, insane. What you have to do at the end is like, what?! How are we supposed to do it? What the fuck?! If you know what you're doing, then you know. But that game, 16 is great. I love 16. I like 15. 15 was great. But 16? 16 is on my top 10 list of best Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy Rebirth, and basically Final Fantasy Rebirth and Remake, in my top 5. Officially, the OG is always going to be my number 2. But Final Fantasy 9, my all-time favorite Final Fantasy, and that's getting remade. There's heavy rumors of it being remade. And I am like, yes, please. I want to see like an updated version of that. With, Steiner, like a different version of Steiner, like a 3D version of Steiner, and, Garnet, and, Princess Garnet, and, Zidane. I almost forgot his name. Like, the rat monkey guy. Zidane, when we see, Orko, not Orko, Master Vivi. Use your magic to make my sword shoot fire. We see that. We see Freya. We see all those epic freaking towns and everything. The windmill and then the airship. Sid's in it, of course. Sid the Ninth. We already saw Sid in Remake. Rebirth, I should say, not Remake. Rebirth. Amazing. Graphics are so amazing. There's so much to do in the game. All the mini games. And they brought in a little bit of Final Fantasy 8 and 9 with a card game called Queen's Blood, which is fucking hard. I hate playing Queen's Blood. I hate it. As if you know from Final Fantasy VIII, Triple Triad. And the card game in Final Fantasy IX, which I think 9 is the easiest card game than 8. That's just me. It's just me. But 9 is an easier card tournament than 8 is. Because 8, yeah, you know, at least at 8 you can when you get the ability to modify your cards into ultimate weapons. That was nice, because you can get the ultimate card like Cypher and Quistis and the Moogles and everything, Chocobo, whatever. Idio, you know, all the main characters like what's his name, Logan. You know, you get the main character cards, which you can then mod into ultimate weapons, which is great. I like that. I like the card mod. I don't like Triple Triad, but you know, in Final Fantasy IX, I don't think you can do that. You should have. That would be nice, but you get ultimate cards, but you can't really. I don't think you can modify it into ultimate weapons. But you do get Excalibur 2 near the end of the game, which is probably the ultimate weapon for Steiner, but not like the Masamune. Oh, Masamune 2, if you play Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross. Not Chrono Cross, sorry, Chrono Trigger. Not in Chrono Cross. But that's a game they should remake too. Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger should be remade. I would play the fuck out of that game. I love both of them. The OG. That would be nice. Chrono Cross should be remade. I'm gonna ask Adam Colbaby about that. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next time I'm on. Oh no, in his chat. Probably maybe tomorrow. Maybe Tuesday. I'm gonna ask. I'll say, hey, what do you guys think about Chrono Cross being remade? Or not remastered. Remastered is basically the same game, just updated graphics, like Final Fantasy VIII was. 8 should have been remade, not remastered. I hate remasterings. Remakes are better, like the Resident Evil series, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is coming out soon, and Code Veronica X. But yeah, Final Fantasy IX is going to be remade, and I cannot wait to play that on the PS5. I cannot wait for that. Metal Gear is being remade too. I think one of them, Metal Gears, is being remade. I can't wait for that. That's going to be great. There's a lot of games that should be remade. Even the old school Final Fantasy should be remade, like Final Fantasy 1 and 2, which was really, on the PlayStation 2, it became Final Fantasy Origins, and then 5 and 6 was called Anthology. Still. But 9 should be remade, 10 should be remade into X and X2 should be just one entire game remade. Over, like Final Fantasy 7. It's gonna be a 3-part series, because it's it was 3 discs, so. But what I would do with 10 is make it a 2-disc series, like, you know, the first part would be 10, and then have elements of part 2, of X2 in it, and then the second part would be just basically the end of X2. And then 13 should be a 3-disc, basically, 3 or 4-part series. You have 13, and then 13 part 2, which is horrible, like X2 is. And then bring in a little bit of elements from, Lightning Returns, which is basically 13-3. And what it should do is bring in Dirge of Cerberus, which is, Vincent's mini game. Nobody even knows about that game. We were talking about it in the chat. You know, like, remember Dirge of Cerberus? Anybody's ever played that game? And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that game. I beat it the first month it came out. It was crazy. It's easy. It's a good game, but you know, some of the stuff you have to do in it's a little bit hard. But you know, but it's a good game to learn about Vincent. You know, kind of like maybe I think it was before the events of Final Fantasy VII, or maybe the after events. which kind of ties into a little bit to Crisis Core. That's a game that should be remade or involved in a remake of 13. And then you just leave 15, 16 alone. And then eventually you make 17, which I don't know if it's going to be an MMO like 11 and 14 were. Or 17 would just be its own game. But that's probably not going to come out to like 2030, who knows. Because the final part of Final Fantasy VII is coming out, I believe, 2025. That's the third part, the final part of the trilogy series. And then I would say if they do remake Final Fantasy IX, it could come out next year or 2026. But by then, maybe the PS6 will be out. Who knows? And then eventually we'll get Resident Evil Code Veronica X remake, Resident Evil 5 remake. As long as they redo 6, Resident Evil 6 sucks so bad. I'm sorry. If you like Resident Evil 6, that's great for you. I personally do not like it. I just think it's just not what I thought it was going to be. I mean, I like Revelations. Revelations 1 and 2 were decent, not great, but good. But the remake of the 2, 3, and 4, great. And 5 looks... I'm thinking 5 and Code Veronica X are going to be amazing remakes when they come out, probably next year. Or later this year or next year, like I said, but we'll see. Alright, enough about that. Alright, so, yeah, so Roddy beats Daddy Magic Matt Maynard with the jumping knee. The match gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. And then after the match, we get a big old beatdown, basically a 3-on-1 beatdown from the Undisputed Kingdom on Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard, and then the best friends, Trent Beretta and Orange Cassidy, come out for the save, but then the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, they come out, and they lay them out before their match on Wednesday night in the semifinals of the tag team tournament. So we got that this Wednesday night on the program. Then we got Rampage next week. The only match on Rampage next week is Malachi Black against Christopher Daniels. Which was okay, I mean. But yeah, Collision was actually pretty good. I mean, we saw the re-debut of Matt Cardona taking on Edge for the TNT title. It was just an amazing match. Who knew in 2024 you would have Edge and Matt Cardona putting on a banger? What? That's crazy. But, I mean, Collision was pretty good. Surprisingly good. I think they're going to get good ratings this week. I don't know, but next week, this coming Saturday night, Rampage will be in its normal slot at 10, so nobody's going to watch it because everybody's going to be watching the Hall of Fame. And then Saturday night, Collision at 11:30. So, right near the end of Mania, when everybody's going to be watching The Rock and Roman Reigns beat the fuck out of Cody and Seth, Collision will be on. And then after, probably like right in the middle of Collision, probably around 12:15, everybody will probably be turning to Collision, even though it's taped, but it's not live. Why would you have a live show at 11:30 at night unless it's not like Saturday Night's Main Event back in the day, when it was live. So. Because it was from different places, it was in the West Coast usually. I don't even remember if Saturday Night's Main Event was ever a taped show. I think maybe a couple of them were taped. But I think most of them were live. Because it was shot at 11:30 at night. It came on 11:30 at night. And then Saturday Night Live would be taped, obviously. That was on Channel 4 back in the day. But like I said, I think most of the shows were live from like the Midwest, or not really the Midwest, like the East Coast, not the East Coast, sorry, the West Coast. So it's like 3 hours back. She would see it like 8:30 at night. I don't know. I actually don't even know about that. I have to look into that, but I think we did see a lot of live Saturday Night's Main Event shows that were actually live. But I mean, it is what it is. Anyway. Oh, look, I'm watching CNN, and we got a measles outbreak. Oh, great. So, for all you kiddies out there, you better get your measles and mumps shots. If you haven't already. But, yeah, so there's an outbreak of measles. Did I say beezles? Almost like measles. Is that a word? Yeah. So there's a lot of, measles outbreaks in the U.S., so a lot of people getting the measles, mumps, and rubella shots, mostly in kids. So, 97 cases recorded since January, more than last year, last year. So if you have young children, so you better get them their measles, mumps, and rubella shots. New York and New Jersey have been, states reporting cases this year. Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, California, Arizona, Illinois. The main big parts, such as the Ohio Valley and a little bit of the Northeast, like Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia. So, God forbid we get another pandemic. I hope not. We went through that crap in 2020 into most of 2021. We had to wear your freaking mask and wash your goddamn hands, which you still gotta do. So, yeah. 52% of kids 5 and under are getting measles now, so like I said, if you have young children, babies, and toddlers, basically up to about 7, 8, maybe 9 years old, I think it's time to get your measles, mumps, and rubella shot before it's, becomes a really big problem. But for people like me, we got that way long ago. And we haven't really talked about the pandemic in a while, COVID. I don't even know if COVID's still around. If anybody is still getting the symptoms of COVID, but COVID's pretty much been contained. We have all these vaccines that can combat COVID now. 6,000 fucking boosters, getting jabbed in our freaking arms, or feel like we're mutants. Next thing we know, we have adamantium claws coming out of our arms and shit. We have we wish we had a mutant healing factor like Wolverine. We get sick, our healing factor is like, I got a cough. Healing factor, no cough. We fall down and hurt or break our leg. Next thing you know, you're fine in about a day or two. Break a rib, you're fine in about a few hours to about a day or two. Because how Wolverine, he got the crap beat out of him by Sabretooth a lot. But, he would always come back. And his healing factor would just, kick in. He would get a little scrape on his arm. You see it just, materialize like nothing. Oh, I'm fine, bub. That's it. That's why Wolverine is probably one of the best freaking comic book characters ever. And you thought it was Superman. Or Batman. Batman, you say? No. So we get that. But yeah, Wolverine's the best. And I can't wait for Wolverine and Deadpool, the movie, to come out. I think it's coming out this summer. Can't wait for that. I did see Ghostbusters after Frozen Empire. Wasn't bad. Godzilla and Kong came out. I think came out yesterday. I didn't see it yet, but I might be seeing it sometime this coming week. It looks good. From what I've seen the trailer, it looks great. There's a movie called The First Omen, one of those demonic possession movies. Ugh. Doesn't look that great, but, you know. The horror genre has just gotten really ridiculous. I mean, it's nothing good to even see that much. That's a horror movie. You know, the classics are pretty much gone and becoming TV shows, like Chucky coming back next Wednesday, April the 10th, for season 3.5, or to finish the second part of season 3. Got that. Halloween might be made into a TV show. I heard there's something with Jason Voorhees maybe coming out with a remake. Not a remake, maybe like a reboot of Friday the 13th. But that might be made into a TV show. I don't know why, but it used to. I think there used to be. I know Nightmare on Elm Street used to be a TV show. Used to be called Freddy's Nightmares. That was crazy. They should redo that. It'd be nice to see another Nightmare on Elm Street, but I know Robert Englund can't do it because he's like 80 now. He still wants to do one more, but why? Like old Freddy meets young Freddy. Like Freddy had a kid. How that happens, I don't know. Maybe in his younger days, before he became Freddy Krueger, you could do something like that. So, I mean, I don't know how that's gonna work, but you could do something like a new Freddy, but like a younger version of Freddy. Not the remake, not that one with Kelly from the Bad News Bears. What's his name? Jackie Earl Ray, whatever his name is. I didn't really like that movie. That kind of remake of the origins of Freddy Krueger. It's called the Nightmare on Elm Street, where basically Freddy's a pervert. Feels like it just made Freddy look like a pedophile. That was weird. I'm like, what is this? I didn't like that movie at all. I mean, me and Rosa saw it when it first came out. We're like, I mean, there's a few scenes where Rosa got scared and everything, but I'm like, I came out of that movie like, what the fuck is this? I don't like it at all. I mean, the Friday the 13th remake with Jared Padalecki from Supernatural, I thought that was good. It wasn't great, but decent. You know, still had Kate Hodder who was original Jason Voorhees. That was good. So, but yeah, the horror genre right now is just. I mean, yeah, Chucky the TV series is okay. It's not great, but still, it's good. Gone on for 3 seasons. I don't know if it's gonna be a season 4, but they might be. But we got that. But if they do a Halloween series, do it right, please. I mean, they're doing Chucky good. You know, it's exciting. You know, it's on the USA Network, but you know. But so far, from what I've seen, the first 2 seasons were good. Season 3, the first part, was great. And then I was, seeing some bits and pieces of what the second part of the season is going to be. It's going to be interesting to see, Chucky as an old fart. I mean, he looks like really like a mummy. I don't know what's gonna happen at the end of the season. I think we all know, but like Chucky dies. But we all know in horror movies, none of the main villains die. Chucky can die 6,000 times; he'll still come back. Same thing with Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Pinhead, and even Leatherface. Even you think about it, Jigsaw from the Saw series. I did hear they're making another one, Saw 11. Why? I mean, like I said, the horror genre is just like bleh, garbage. You have all these demonic possession movies that are just the same fucking plot. It's retarded. I mean, how many times we're gonna see the same thing? Just gonna be, I was like, the first Omen. Like, I think it's like a prequel to the Omen, the original Omen. Like, oh, we're gonna see this again, yay, great. That's why I can't watch horror movies anymore. I mean, old school, yes. New school, not so much. I mean, there's really haven't. I don't think there's been, a good horror movie in the last 5 years, I would say. I mean, if there is, and let me know in the comments, but still. I just, even that movie with the swimming pool, it was just weird. I forgot what that name of that movie called. The Water, I forgot what it was called. It was just that movie's kind of weird. I was like, nothing great. But yeah, anyway, yeah, Godzilla and Kong, I want to see that. I want to see Deadpool and Wolverine. That's going to be epic. There's a few movies coming out this summer that are going to be, I want to really see. But we'll get there. The blockbusters of the summer should hopefully be good. But those two movies I mentioned, Godzilla and Kong XL, I think it's called, or whatever. No, something Empire, I think it's called. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to see that this coming week. Probably Thursday. I might go see it. And then I'm going to wait for Wolverine and Deadpool to come out. And then I might see the first Omen. I really don't want to see it, but I might see it just because I feel like watching a movie. But, it is what it is, and that's, pretty much it. But, yeah. That's that. Alright, I gotta go, guys. Thanks for watching. Alright, so Rampage, decent, not great, but I gave it 6.25 out of 10 stars. Smackdown, I think it's the better of the shows, 7 out of 10 stars. And that's pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. Hit that bell and turn on all notifications for more. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I am out of here. I'm going to, by the time you see this, like I said, I will be probably getting up or continuing to be asleep. So, that's it. So, when this video goes up, I will be asleep. So, we get all that. So, we move on. So, anyway, happy Easter to everybody. I hope you have a great Easter Sunday. So, like I said, later on, when you see this video, later on in the day, I will be doing my Collision review, giving my thoughts about that, and then that's it. And I might do a Easter vlog. I might not. I might just call it a night, call it a day, and that's it. After I do Collision, go to my Easter festivities with my family and the missus, of course, and that's pretty much it after that. So, and that's it. Then I'm pretty much gonna be adios amigos for about a week or two. So we get all that, but I will be back in about a week or two, and talk about wrestling, and that's it. We're just gonna talk wrestling. We're not gonna fool around, and we're not gonna get involved with anything, and we're just gonna move on, because it's just been, a hellacious start to 2024, like 2023 was for me. So just want to take a little break, get away from things, and then come back and see how everything is. But that's pretty much it. I can't promise anything, but I might take a longer break. Who knows? After Easter and what happened with Monday, we all know what Monday is. That fool's holiday. It's stupid, but we'll see what happens with all that, and we move on. But alright, so after tomorrow, like I said, after my collision review, I'll be off for about a week or two, but I will be back, and I'll be back with a vengeance, and then I'm gonna go on, and then July, I'm gonna be taking my actual vacation time, and then we'll move on, and then hopefully by the end of the summer, kind of be back on a normal basis. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Happy Easter to you all. And until next time, I'm Peter Joseph signing off. And, that's it. I usually would say peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your you-know-what out. But I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to say, I'm Peter Joseph signing off. And until next time, peace. Happy Easter, everybody.